This is the story of my grandfather Julius Sakalauskas and how he arrived to Canada. The Second World War was a devastating war that left behind vast desolation in war-torn Europe. Within those war-torn countries lay a small country on the southeastern coast of the Baltic Sea. This was Lithuania. This was the country where Dr. Julius Sakalauskas was born and resided in the city of Kadaun. He worked as an accomplished large animal veterinarian. During the war, majority Lithuanian refugees chose to move to Germany, which was the only country within reach that was not occupied by the Soviets. His veterinarian certificate was accepted, and the German militants found his skill set to be very useful, as he specialized in hoof and mouth disease. Using his specialty, he worked in the Nazi research lab and also had treated the military horses that were working at the time. He was able to work in Germany and keep him and his wife Sally safe while earning a living. With the plans of invasion on German territory from Britain, Julius and Sally were evacuated completely from Europe to Argentina and South America. The hot climate did not agree with Julius, so he then decided to move to Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, where Julius's sister had immigrated previously. Dr. Sakalauskas had adapted so many times without any difficulty he did not anticipate any problems, so he thought. He soon learned that he would have to pass the Ontario veterinarian examinations in order to practice in Canada. This was a long process, more than just having to write the exams. Julius was lucky enough to find a job as a veterinarian assistant, but the job was on the other side of Canada in Langley, British Columbia. So once again he was picking up and moving with his family. Unfortunately for Julius, his employer drove him to absolute slavery, paying him only $200 a month regardless of the hours he put in. Although poor circumstances, Julius knew this was the only way for him to become a vet in Canada. He decided to make the most of the situation and hire an English teacher and really focus on studying for his exams. Once he passed his exams, he opened his own practice. At first, the local farmers were a little wary of a newcomer with broken English and had the habit of speaking with the immigrant farmhands in Russian and German. Eventually, the farmers had warmed up to his kind-hearted nature, and he had won over some loyal clients that stuck with him until he retired in 1985. By his elder years, he spoke 5 languages, was a wonderful father, grandfather, and was a talented tennis player from which he played until he was 86 years old. In 1992, he received a lifetime membership award from the British Columbia Veterinarian Association, which was symbolic of all the struggle and hard work that it took for him in order to practice in Canada. He was the most kindest, gentlest man, with the perseverance of a bull, passing away just at the tender age of 99.